Well, we're out on the creek again today, and I got some type of embossed cork top here. I'm hoping that it's whole and not damaged, but I wanted to pull it with you here and we can see what it says. I don't find too many embossed medicines, so this is almost the first for me. Let's bring it over somewhere safe so we don't damage it, and we'll read and see what it is together. George and Mitchell, the Rexel store, Maryville, Tennessee. Wow. Let me see here. It seems to be blown in the mold because the lines don't go all the way to the top, and it looks like it's in perfect condition. It's got just a little bit of a lip chip right here, but that's hardly even noticeable. What a pretty little bottle. Man, I'm happy with that find. That makes this whole trip worth it already. Let me see if I can get back out here and find some more local stuff like this. Because I'm in another town today. I'm in Maryville, Tennessee, so this is a local bottle to this town. So maybe we can find some more embossed meds. I'll try to look that one up later and see if I can add it in the video and see if there's any knowledge on it. But that's a cool little bottle. Let me get back to it and we'll see if we can pull some more for you. It's a beautiful day on the creek, by the way. Sun's really starting to rise. Fog on the creek. It's pretty, just a little chilly. I've got two new finds for you here. One's a piece of glass, looks like art glass, and the other one's this trashed up baby doll. I'd say this thing has seen better days. But let's see if we can put that aside and grab this piece of, yeah, it looks like art glass or decorative glass. Put it right here for a second. That would have been a pretty little like candy dish or vase. It's a shame it's so busted up. And we got whatever this is. This appears to be metal of some sort. There is a railroad close by to me, so it may be from the railroad. But that's cool. I might bring this little piece back with me just so I can clean it up and see what it may have been. The glass is probably a little too far gone to bring back. And of course the baby doll, he's trashed up too much. But let me walk over to the other side with you real quick. I thought I may have saw some other stuff over here we might be able to pull together. It may have just been all trash, but yeah, it's looking like it's all modern trash. An old piece of tin, like a bucket or something. And yeah, it's just a can and a plastic bottle. Well, all right. Well, I'll get back to it and see if I can find something else that's a little bit more exciting. But we're having a pretty good morning so far. It's not a bottle or a piece of glass, but I was going to show you. This is probably my third or fourth complete bicycle that I found in the creek. Not today, of course, but overall. I don't know if they've been stolen and thrown in or floods washed them down. I thought about trying to take some of them out, but I never do. I'm usually too far up the creek to remove them and try to fix them. But it's interesting what you'll find sometimes. This one looks like it's been here for a while. The other tire is buried right here. But yeah, I've seen a couple that aren't in too bad a shape. So it's kind of a shame that they end up like this. Maybe one day I might pull a couple of them out and we can do a video of seeing if they're even salvageable or not. See if it's even worth our time. But until then, we'll continue to do this walk. I'll probably have to get out here shortly. I got a hole in my waders and this water is icy cold. So we don't want to stay in it for too long with my foot getting wet. But let me get back at it, and if I find some more, I'll get back with you. Otherwise, this might be a short clip. While I'm walking along and looking, you know, it got me thinking. Yesterday, I was out in the creek, and I was getting out and I ended up hitting 2 nails with my head in part of a gazebo that I was crawling underneath. Ended up having to get liquid stitches and a tetanus shot. So just want to, you know, for those that might get into the hobby, just make sure you keep aware of your surroundings, because this can be a painful hobby sometimes. You don't usually see that side of it in the video clips about sliding off the bank or hitting your head, but for me, and maybe I'm just more clumsy, but it happens more often than I'd like for it to happen. So just, you know, keep that in mind, go about it safely. I mean, it's awesome finding the things that I do, but it ain't worth it if you're not going to take care of yourself, and just go about it with caution, because these creeks, they're pretty, but they can be dangerous at times. I've slipped in a couple of times, filled up my waders. I'm not a very tall person. I'm only about 5'4", so it's pretty easy to get in over my head sometimes. This creek right here, for example, it has quite a few deep spots that are probably taller than my head, that I come up on all the time, and I have to get up on the banks and walk around, and what do you know it, getting off topic, but there's another bicycle, another complete bicycle. Wow. But yeah, like right here, this is too deep for me to walk down the center of, so I'm having to get up on the bank and kind of navigate around. But yeah, I just want to kind of bring that to your attention. And, if you get in the hobby, just be careful. And there's another bicycle wheel. Looks like we got a bottle down here, maybe from the 30s, maybe 40s. I'm gonna try to pull it out so we can see it. It's got a screw top, so I knew it wasn't too terribly old. And I know screw tops have been around for a long time, but just based on the style, I know it wouldn't be too old. It looks like it's been in there a while. And if you can read that, it says Fitch. So that should be something that we can look up later and kind of get an idea of what it was. It's got just a little droplet type top, so perfume or cologne or something of that nature, if I had to guess. Maybe some type of food oil or something. I have no idea, but I'll look it up later and I'll give y'all an idea of what it is, because I'm gonna do a conclusion at the end of this video mainly for that bottle I found earlier. Try to see how rare it is, but I'll add this one in there too. And I also have a bonus bottle I plan to add. I found in the same creek that I'm in now, but that was a few days ago, so I'll just show you how pretty it is as well. But all right, I think I'm gonna hop out of the creek now and make this a short video for today. There's one more last look at the creek and how pretty it is. The snow ain't going anywhere. So I wanted to show you the 2 finds of the day, and the third one that I found the other day in the same creek but didn't record. This one right here that has the, let me look at it again, the Fitch on the bottom. This was some type of hair tonic. I still think it's from 1930s. I didn't find an exact date yet. So nothing special, I don't guess. A bit slightly older, and it, you know, obviously it once had a paper label right here. Over here I found this Chelf's Celery Caffeinated Chelf Chemical Company, Richmond, Virginia. And I was just walking down the path when I saw this one in the water and ended up getting wet just trying to get to it. It's machine made all the way to the top there, but I think that one's also from like probably the 1920s. And it's just a beautiful cobalt, and the fact that it's embossed, I really like that one. And finally, for the find of the day, we got this George and Mitchell, the Rexel store, Maryville, Tennessee. So I was able to find not an image of the bottles, so I don't know how rare this bottle is. It might be rare, but there was a newspaper article from 1915, and I'll try to add that in, maybe either as the intro photo to the video or some other way. But so this bottle, it was blown in the mold, so it's likely from 1915 or earlier. I think the Rexel store the best I can tell, that was actually a national brand. So this George and Mitchell, they operated the Rexall store in Maryville, like kind of like a local, the word's escaping me there, but they have the chain of it here, and the fact that it was in Maryville, so they were producing their own bottles under the Rexall store name. And this one also has 2 ounces embossed on the back and nothing on the bottom, but I'd be interested to know what came in this. I'll still do a little bit more research, see if I can find out any more details, but if anybody knows, just let me know, because I'd be real interested to find out. This is probably one of my new favorite bottles, just because of it's my first embossed med that's got a town name on it, so that's pretty rare for me. And all these other bottles you see here, they're from my other finds, this Coke and stuff. I've already promised my girlfriend that when we move into the new house that's going to have more room, I'm not going to populate the house with all bottles, so I'm going to have me probably like a work shed or something that I can put all these in and not take up counter space like I am right now. But I've found some pretty good bottles here recently. I don't think I've recorded this one, but here's a Lysol bottle, a quart top. It's got some damage on the lip though. I found that one probably about a week ago. The little cork top perfume I found. But yeah, not to get distracted with all these other finds. These are the main ones I wanted to show you here. And these two obviously being the best. So once it warms up this week, I hope to get back out. I think I might actually do a little bit of digging this week, because we got a forecast of rain finally, and that's probably going to mess up the creeks for a little while. So with that being said, let's have a conclusion here and just, I guess, line these up one more time for you can see them, and just point out probably the best ones being over here. But yeah, until next time, just hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll try to add you some more content. Thanks.